Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Karno-Ruthenian-Obscurian cultural exchange. And in this second part of our little exchange, we will be talking about the Great Auk, some paintings, and maybe some other things as well. First of all, are you feeling alright today, Oscar?
Yes, everything alright, and I had some time to think, and well, I need to make a whole research about the Great Auk. It's an animal that we didn't have here, and we barely studied about. We don't even have a miniature armored skin. I guess this is the expression in English. I have no previous idea, and only Obscure could give us such idea for research. Interesting birds from nowhere near.
Well, they might not be from anywhere near Brazil, but there's an interesting fun fact about the Great Auk. Because the scientific name of the Great Auk is Pinguinus impennis, and the thing you can already imagine now is it's a black and white bird, and when the Europeans came to the southern hemisphere and they discovered black and white birds there, they thought, well, you know, we have a similar bird up north, so they just called the penguin because of the scientific name of the Great Auk, which looked just like the penguins down south.
And in fact, I guess my Great Auk seems a lot like a penguin.
Oh, they definitely have some similarities.
But too much like a penguin.
I guess it's just an example of what is called convergent evolution, where two different animals evolve down the same path just because they're in the same situation, same environment, but still miles apart from each other. So, do you want to go first with your painting?
Since I guess the piece of resistance is yours, I wish to share mine first. And I need to say, the artist of the family is my mother. I'm not an artist at all. I did my best, and please be gentle.
Well, look at that. I mean, I don't know how good your mother is, but you're definitely also a very good artist.
Thank you.
I really like how realistically he turned out, and for some reason to me this bird looks really cute. I don't know what it is, but he drew him in such a way that he looks really cute.
In fact, I was pretty happy, although insecure, with the result. As I said, I never saw anything related, and in fact, I never saw a penguin. Nothing related. So I made some research and I found a painting, and I basically did the same painting, but the auk is looking to the other side, just that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to avoid some idea of plagiarism and
right,
so on. But I didn't have much idea of a colored background or something like that. So I keep it simple, but I hope it related. In fact, near the eye, it's white. I wasn't sure about these details.
Yeah, no, that's very accurate. They actually had that. I guess it's. Wow. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a biologist. I have no actual idea why it's there, but I could imagine it's there to confuse predators. That the eye may be somewhere else from where it actually is. I don't know. Maybe it's just a spot that's there for no reason at all. I'm not a scientist. I don't really know. If someone knows, well, please let us know.
Well, my drawing was a little pale. I used pen, and I tried to color it with graffiti. So it's not the best example of art, but I guess it works. I mean, you know what is a Great Auk, and you recognize it. So
I definitely recognize it. I think it's a very good painting or drawing.
Yeah.
I think you did very well with yours.
Thank you. I'm proud of it. I need to be frank. I'm proud. It was a long time since I draw anything. I guess since I left school.
The question,
and it's a long time.
The question here, though, is: did you show it to your mother?
No. I didn't show it to her. Perhaps after this call,
You
maybe.
should maybe it will improve her opinion of your artistic skills.
She probably would reprimand me because the idea was a painting and I didn't paint it. I draw. So, for her artistic standard, I may be wrong.
Uh,
Uh, but okay. I love my mother. I just can fulfill her artistic idea of a perfect son. It's just that.
I guess we all have our mothers who are far better artists than we are. I mean, my mom can draw better pictures than I can as well. I'd say she does cats sometime, and I can't draw cats. I just can't. I just cannot. It's something. The only thing I was able to draw were dinosaurs and dragons and great orcs in some instances, but it's
And
not
Great Auk
easy.
now.
Yeah, the first time I drew something that's not a bird or not a dragon or a dinosaur. I mean, okay, to be fair, I think I drew some kind of wolf once or twice, but no good, no good. You don't want to see that. It didn't look
I,
good.
I used to think in school that I was unable to draw anything that had life. So, well,
Oh my god.
this may be still true. I'm not sure.
That actually
But I will send you the drawing and you decide by yourself.
reminds me of my first dinosaur pictures because they weren't actually dinosaurs; they were always dinosaur skeletons. It doesn't get much more dead than that, I'd say. Well, I guess it's my turn then. So this is the thing I came up with.
The thing I came up with, you were true to the idea of the drawing, and it's colorful. It's very colorful. I like it. I
Oh,
really
thank
like
you.
it. And you made the pattern of the black pattern. I really like it. I really enjoy it.
Well,
Really enjoy it.
I work with what the bird gave me. he's the real artist behind it.
Not only a politician, but also an artist. It's important.
But yeah, so well, I tried to go for an actual painting with watercolors, and I mean Oscar likes it. My main issue with it is if you go into the detail, all the colors really run into each other, and the borders kind of they kind of do this kind of thing because it's watercolors. I don't know how people do good paintings with watercolors. I really have no idea. This is my best. This was my. Well, I mean, it was my only attempt at doing a watercolor painting in like
was a
5
nice
years or so.
one.
So I'm reasonably happy with it. I guess.
No, it was awesome. I really like it. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it will have a very a very special space in the Imperial collection by now. I need it signed. I need it
You know
signed.
what we should do? We should send the paintings to each other.
But you want?
Well, I send my painting to you, and you send your painting to mine. Why not?
Of course. I know I have. I'm having the best dealing. I will have the watercolor. You will have piece of paper, but you will have a very special space in my collection.
Well, so would
I'm-
yours.
Thank you. I guess this is the first time the monarchy assumes a piece of art, a foreigner's piece of art. I'm proud. It's from you. I'm really proud.
Likewise. It's a great day for both of our countries. And that's the whole
It
point
gives
of
a
this cultural
special
exchange.
meaning. In fact, it gives a special meaning to our cultural event.
Indeed. So what I would just like to mention is that my inspiration, or what the thing I used as a basis for this, was also painting. There are not that many paintings. Well, there are a lot of paintings of great orcs, but there are a lot of there are there are not that many famous paintings of Great Auk. There, when you Google Great Auk, there are these 5 paintings that immediately
Yes.
are on the top. So maybe we even based ours on the same painting. I don't know. That's kind of where I got the colors and the landscape, if you could call it that. I mean, he's just sitting on a rock, but back here there were supposed to be like mountains and stuff, like I saw in the other painting, but I don't think you see it real good. And these are supposed to be waves and stuff. Yeah, it's a bit blurry.
You know, my drawing was second or third attempt, and you did what I think is the hardest part. That is the I don't know how to say that in English. Is
The background?
No, the thing he used to walk.
Oh, the flippers, the web feet, not the flippers, the web
The
feet.
web feet.
Yes, you know, as artists say, hands are always the hardest to draw. I mean, I guess these aren't hands, but it's still close enough to be difficult. I've always had a problem with hands and feet and all that. I think they're a bit too big, in all fairness.
I wouldn't. I can't figure out how to do it. So this is why we have a zoom image is more the head and things like that.
Yeah.
But and now I guess the highest moment is the how is this that he used to walk. Christ is almost something to be used as a compliment in Karno-Ruthenia to avoid the shame. I don't know how I do it again to not think of it. Christ.
That's nice. I guess that's a nice thing when drawing penguins, because when you draw a penguin, because obviously when they sit still, they can hide their feet under their bodies, so you don't have to draw them. But the Great Auk, you know, he just wants to do make it harder for us. One thing I did change from the painting was the fact that his beak is open. I don't think there are many paintings. I think I only found 1 or 2 paintings of Great Auks with open beaks, but I wanted mine to be open because I kind of in my opinion, I was thinking this is the last Great Auk. The last Great Auk sitting on a lonely rock, calling out to his lost brothers and sisters. That's kind of my thought.
There is a history behind the piece of art. It's too precious. It's really precious.
And soon you'll have it. Okay, I even already wrote a dedication on the back to my buddy Oscar.
Oh,
So-
this is really, really sweet. And the heart after my name, I guess, it's too much sweet. It's too much sweet. I will write something. I'm not sure if behind or just in the clear space. I will write something very special for you.
I'll be looking forward to seeing that. Wait, how do you do this? There we go. From Obscurium with lava.
And well, we will do the exchange of the piece of art produced during this cultural event, but I may thank you for the opportunity, the interest, the patience, and to learn about another micronationalist from a far country, Germany, to teach me about a bird I didn't know until now. And I guess this is the start of a good friendship, and I'm really happy with it. In friendship, aleatory friendship that you know person and feels like the person, it's good. But when you start a friendship with someone you already know and you admire and you follow 1 or 2 news, it's something very special. So I needed to thank you for the opportunity, not only to be part of the event, but also to know an amazing person. Thank you a lot.
You make me so happy, and I couldn't have said it better myself.
Aw.
It is such.
Once again, this is very sweet.
It was so many good things came out of it. I mean, before this, I barely knew who you were. I barely knew what Karnia-Ruthenia was, and now I know so much more. And I have a great new friend. So full success.
In fact, a very successful event, and I hope to see not only more events related to Obscurium, but the other cultural events, I am aware that one of it with Atlia, I guess this is the pronunciation, if I'm saying wrong, I'm
Correct,
sorry.
correct.
And I'm eager to see more of it because we know about other micronations, but more of the Obscurium, and this is always exciting.
Indeed. It's a general thing micronations should do more often. These cultural exchange where two people or more just sit down and talk with each other about their nations. So many little details and fun facts get revealed that way that you don't find on MicroWiki or on the official website or something.
And you avoid the idea of have a script with the already know ideas, already know facts, already know concepts. I guess it was very interesting of ours to avoid it and went exactly through the unknown. It's a richer experience, and in fact, it's something micronations should do more. I certainly had ideas to promote among micronations from the Brazilian sector of the conference in Santiago that is far beyond the Brazilian sector. And of course, I will give you all the credit because you have a very bright idea. And I guess I'm the second micronation that was invited to a cultural event, and I'm really happy to have accepted because I have no idea I would have so much fun and be so happy with the result, much more than my skills of drawing.
But in all fairness, I credit where credit is due. I wasn't the first to have the idea of a micronational cultural exchange. All the credit has to go to Prince Regent Louis Marcel of Atlia because he asked if I wanted to do a cultural exchange with Atlia. He got me into the whole idea, and it was after my cultural exchange with Atlia that I had the idea to do it with other micronations as well. And really, all of the suggestions I made and stuff was based on that first cultural exchange. So he is the real hero here.
No, we have both because one have an idea, the other, I won't say better, but developed the concept. So I guess it is very due to give you the credit to Atlia and Obscurium, and I will do happily. I will do happily.
But you should also give yourself some. I mean, you agreed to it after all, and you also contributed some really interesting concepts to this cultural exchange, such as the different questions we asked each other and such. So we all contributed to it, and that's really the best thing about this. Micronationalists inspiring each other, just as Stephen Luke of Dracul put it one time.
It's a very nice example. I admire him a lot. Really, I really do admire him. Dracul is a very nice project in general, not only Steve Luke. He's amazing in specific, but the whole project is very nice.
Yes, it certainly is.
And well, I'm a little sad because I guess we are coming to an end.
All good things have to come to an end, unfortunately.
It's disappointing. It's a lot disappointing. But necessary to come to an end.
Indeed. Well, to end this cultural exchange, maybe we should. I don't think we did that last time, did we? Did we talk about future projects for us?
Future projects.
No. So to end this cultural exchange, maybe we should talk about what lies in the immediate future for our respective micronations. What's the first major project Karnia-Ruthenia is going to focus on next year in 2023?
Top secret. Top secret. I'm joking.
Top secret. taking over of Brazil, restoring the monarchy.
And things like this. Next step. World domination. Perhaps not. Joking again. In fact, we are discussing in the Diet and the most closer counselors about some plans regarding the future of Karnia-Ruthenia, and we have two things in mind, more in specific, although we need to shape it yet. The first is improve our participation in real life and real time and presential appearance in micronational events in Brazil and abroad. And the second is something more regional about American micronations. We really wish to be closer. All American micronations, we have a very vibrant community there and a lot of young micronationalists, and I guess we should contribute to them with some know-how, and they can join us. Not necessarily join the empire, but joining our beliefs in a healthy practice of micronationalism. In fact, we sometimes face some problems with it, some dramas, and it's interesting to avoid it and help younger micronationalists to avoid it too.
Naturally.
So I expect for a calmer year, 2023 be a calm year, we hope.
I mean, that's what we always hope for, a calmer year for micronationalists, and it's very good that you want to focus on trying to prevent more drama in the future, because that's definitely one thing. With all the good thing this community has, there are also these drama things and such, and these are definitely things the community can do without perfectly fine. So it's a good thing that you're trying to help in that regard.
The problem is there are some agents in our community that lives for the drama, and their activity turns around drama. And sometimes we are involved in it. I would like to say we never took part of it, but sometimes we're involved in it, and I really wish to avoid it. Not because we have something bad to say about it, but it isn't good micronationalism, and we fail every time we are in the middle of it, and we should avoid it. And I know the United Republic of Obscurium may have obscure plans, but could you enlighten to us?
I'm afraid they are so obscure you wouldn't even understand. No, we do have some plans. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to print our new currency, the Draco. The printing shops open on the 7th of January. So I'll go to the printing shop on the 7th of January and I'll see if I can get them to print. It's gonna be a bit awkward. You're going there. I'd like to print some money, please.
I have a very interesting story to tell you about that, but when the camera turned off, I have a very interesting story to tell you.
Oh yeah, this is some illegal stuff that can't be said on camera.
It's secret of state. It's a top secret affair.
Oh, okay. Well, the Draco doesn't involve any illegal activities, fortunately. So we're gonna have that print in January. So my plan is to release the currency on the 1st of February 2023, and then it'll be able for for purchase, I guess, if you would call it that. I mean, it's not really buying the money; it's exchanging it, because you are exchanging euros for Draco. It's 1 Draco 50 euro cents. And you will be able to do that online. I've already made a site on our website ready for the Draco. So once it gets released, you will be able to acquire it and use it and collect it and such. But all of that will be explained on the website when it's time to release it. And of course, we have more things to look forward to in the summer: the Micro Euro Summit, MicroCon, and maybe some more state visits in Europe. Who knows? That's not set in stone yet.
And it will be amazing to have you among the micronations that usually gather at the microcons. This year we will have in America and also in Europe. So I hope they can count on you.
Indeed. I've already heard that Mr. Kevin Bob Molossi is going to be there again. In Europe this time as well. So
Will
I'm
be different,
looking.
but certainly interesting.
I'm looking forward to meeting all my friends from the first microcon I went to, the one in 2019 again. Kevin Ball, Prince Philip of Pibosip. No, actually, he's not going to be in Europe. I forgot. In my head, I still dream of going back to the US to microcon there, meeting all of them again. But I guess it might just be Kevin Ball because. I don't know if Prince Philip will be able to come to Europe. I told him it would be really cool, but financial restrictions and time and such. Europe trip is quite the undertaking, and vice versa, of course. So, but maybe some of my other friends will be coming over as well. If you're listening to this, you better come, or else. Come visit
Prepare
me
for
before I
change
visit
this
you.
one. Amazing. In fact, I'm sure I won't attend the Microcon this year in America or in Europe, but we will try to send some delegates on my behalf. So it's almost confirmed that in Chicago this year I will send some representatives, and I'm pretty excited about it. Not just to represent the Conference of Santiago or the Empire, but Brazilian micronations. I believe no Brazilian micronation ever attended any of these great reunions, so it's exciting to imagine we can be the first.
I'm not even sure a South American micronation ever attended a microcon. Or do you know of one?
I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. I believe. I was thinking about one micronation, but I'm not sure if they attended.
I think it's mostly American micronations, followed by Europeans, and there was an Asian one at 2019. I unfortunately forgot the name. They were Korean micronation with a very interesting flag. I should have talked more to them, but unfortunately, that's the thing I always mention when I talk about microcon. So many people, so little time to talk to them. Yeah.
Well, I hope to have this experience someday.
I hope so
And
too.
of course, to individually meet people, because we created friendships during the way, and sometimes an event is not enough. In fact, just to share an interesting thing, unrelated to everything, this time of the year is interesting because I always receive letters. Let me cover it a little, but I just received a letter from the Emperor of Pavlov. So he was pretty nice, and I'm feeling I have a Christmas card here. So he was pretty gentle, and I sometimes receive these letters, and I have a full collection, a lot of them, and I'm always happy to receive them, of course, to return it.
Indeed, it's always very nice to receive Christmas cards, especially micronational ones. I always send out our own Obscurian Christmas cards every year. One was sent to you as well, but I guess it hasn't arrived yet. Always takes a bit of time for it to get to Latin America.
And the other way around.
Yeah, my friend Luis from Atelier, he sent me a postcard in August, and it arrived here in, what was it, late October, November. It arrived in November, right?
I usually receive Christmas letters until March. It used to happen.
Oh yeah.
And in fact, Atelier is from
Mexico.
I don't know. Mexico.
Not
that close, unfortunately, and it's a very nice project also.
Well, they're closer to you than I am still. I also had this nice card from Slavovia. I think they sent all people who attended their microcon these cards every year, which I really appreciate. In this one, it actually said. We hope to see you in Chicago for microcon, from George 2.0. It's gonna be so sad when I have to write him an email telling him, "Oh no, I'm sorry, George, I'm not coming." So if you're listening to this, George, I'm so sorry. You have to come to Europe to see me now.
What was really sweet of him. It's really sweet of him. I have a full collection. I don't know if I have another letter here close to me. I guess maybe. I have one letter. I need to close it. Here it's from the Duke of Frog. It's from the Duke of Frog.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with them.
It's a Brazilian migration that evokes the Netherlands colonies in Brazil. It's a very interesting one. And we have kind of tradition to write Christmas letters to each other. And I maybe have another one of the Duke of Frog. And I have one. I can remove it right now, but is one of my favorites. Is a letter and a book that came from the Queen of Ruthenia. I always have near me. She sent me an autographed copy of The Prisoner of Zenda, and I have a crush on this edition. Was the prettiest I ever saw, and she was really kind. She's one of the most gentle people I've ever met in micronationalism.
The Queen of Ruthenia?
Ruthenia, the Queen
Yeah,
of Ruthenia.
she was actually one of those people I really wanted to talk to more, because I talked to her a little, and then we agreed, okay, right now we have to go somewhere else, but let's reconvene later and talk more, because I really want to talk to you. And then we never had an opportunity to sit down and talk again during MicroCon. That was so sad.
No, she's an amazing person. She's a perfect queen. Not only you, but every micronationalist that wish to know a person, a very good person, and have good ideas on micronationalism should talk to her and learn with her. I love her. She's amazing.
I can definitely back that up.
I'm not sure even if she knows how much I admire her, but I do admire her a lot.
If she's watching this, maybe she knows now.
She will know.
Well,
so I guess
I wish I could show the Karno-Ruthenian letter I am going to get, but it hasn't arrived yet either.
We may promote a second cultural exchange, and this time we won't draw in the Great Auk, but I may send you the Ararinha Azul. I don't know. A blue Arara. I don't know if the name in English is this, but we may try something new in the future.
Of course. Always happy to try new things. Try drawing something else than a bird or a dragon, or doing something completely new. The only thing we can do, of course, it's culinary exchanges, because we're both terrible at.
The culinary part is totally impossible for me. I guess I only do popcorn, and don't have a good taste. I don't have nothing to show you. There's nothing that I have for my lunch or my dinner is done by me. So
right.
I don't have much national culinary to show you.
Well, no,
Thanks God, nothing to give you to eat.
Obscurium's national dish is literally just a sandwich with cheese and salami. So it's very simple to make. Something even I can make. And I'm not very good at making food either. When we did the whole culinary exchange at Atelier, I actually, my mom helped me a lot. Without her, I couldn't have done it. So without her, I'd be screwed when it comes to food.
No. The terrible part of living alone, like me, for example, is that you don't have the parents to help us, and sometimes we think, wow, I should try to eat properly. I needed my mother here to care after me, in a sense, and she's not here. So I'm terrible with it. When my girlfriend are here, I can have some control, but I am a disaster at the kitchen. I'm a disaster. So or I went to the restaurant, or I ordered something, but I'm unable to give you a true sign of Karno-Ruthenian culinary.
Well, that's
Perhaps
fine.
other Karno-Ruthenians, but from Persenberg this is impossible.
Well, that's
Would be a
completely
lie.
fine. There's much more to our culture than just food.
We may try some drinks in the future. I'm not sure if the audience have age enough to drink, but this time we may work something about it in the future.
Indeed, we could. Well, I don't know. I don't have that many drinks I know either. I only really drink water, orange juice, and hot chocolate. That's it. Oh, and tea. I really like tea. I've recently
Tea.
gotten. Yeah, recently gotten to like tea a lot.
In fact, I really like it too. Hot and cold, I consume a lot. Earl Grey, principally.
But as we said, all good things have to come to an end. We have pretty much said everything there is to say at this point. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed this cultural exchange between our two great countries. And Oscar, do you want to say anything to end this? Where can people learn more about Karnia-Ruthenia? Any final words?
Well, for official information, you can look in karnia-ruthenia.org.
Excellent. Any final words?
I just need to thank you for the opportunity, for the patience, and to allow me to know you better and know Obscurium better, and was a very enriching micronational experience for me. It's pretty nice, and I'm really thankful for it.
And so am I, and so is Obscurium. So, again, I couldn't have said it better. So, if you want to learn anything more about Obscurium, obscurium.info is the site you're looking for. But both of them will be in the description for your convenience. And yeah, great cultural exchange. I'm very happy with how it went. I'm very glad that I'm very glad about the new friendship I made and about the things I learned about both Oscar and Karnia-Ruthenia. And yeah, that's it for now. I'm sure you will hear from both of us in the future. But for now, that'll be it. Goodbye.
See ya.